Great story.
You got it? You got it? You got it?
You got it.
So we carried everything we had. We humped it up. We really screened our strengths towards what we had best. And we used what we had to get to the top of the river.
The wrong side, Greg.
We got to it. We got to it. We humped everything we had up there. We carried everything we had and we had it on our shoulders. So we came across a group of hoodlums.
Yeah.
One single-handed group of meth-smoking, paint-huffing hoodlums who had their hands on not only my camping gear, but a pocket knife of their own.
Oh, I know the story.
And so, I was given a chance. And it was such a close choice between destitution and resolution that I had to close in on my latter choice. I said, I'm getting my ass out of here no matter what I have to do to this son of a bitch. No matter if I get my ass kicked, because it's an outmatched battle. I'm already getting my ass kicked. I said, shit, I could kick this guy's ass individually, kick this guy's ass individually. Okay, well, all three of them fight me at once. I can't kick their asses, okay? So I gotta wait for my moment. They want to head down, they say, well, we're stuck. We gotta get our truck out of here. We'll head down the river, we'll go downstream a bit. So I've got no objection because I know there's campsites down there. And I also know that after they've slashed my tires with an axe that I had with me, that they were slashing at me, which scared the shit out of me. Imagine a Fisker's axe, fiberglass handle being swung at you. A little scary situation.
So you're in the back of their truck?
Back of my truck.
That they're driving.
I get the guy to drive it, and I say, well, they've pulled down. There was two other guys. One guy drove my truck that I drove up there with all my gear in it. So the other two guys, they drive down the mountain. They say, well, we're going to go check out, because we're going to get some help. We got our truck stuff. We got to get some help pulling it off the mountain. So at that moment I was thinking, well, they're looking for help. Well, hell, I've been looking for help all night. This has got to be my opportunity. So when the guy was driving us back up the mountain, he says, well, y'all doing all right? And this guy, there's one guy against me and Brett McAdams, if you ever met him, he's a wrestler. He knows a bulldog. That's what he got him in. I said, well, I actually got to take a whiz. I stepped out of there. I said, Brett, this is our chance. Put him in a bulldog, and I'll go around the other side and whoop his ass. So he pins him. He gets back in there before I do. He pins him up against the driver's door in a bulldog. And I open the door up. He slams him right on the ground. I beat the shit out of the guy, man. I kicked the shit out of that son. He was sitting there for the paramedics. We hopped in the truck, got the hell out of there. We woke up a couple of guys that were camping. We used their cell phones to call the police. These guys were up on the top of the mountain. The guys that we beat the shit out of were on the bottom. So it was a matter of time when those guys caught up with us. So
How would they catch up with you?
well, when we were going up the mountain burning ass, I said, Brett, stop, no, don't. You know, we were hauling ass. We were going as fast as we could. There's cars coming the opposite way. We thought these guys were coming to help the other guys. Because this is at 3 o'clock in the morning. Who else are you going to expect come down the mountainside than maybe your opponent's buddies? Hell, that's who it was. We were coming down and we were trying to get around them, man. We got around those guys and we got to the police luckily in time. Hey, and that one guy, luckily, the police found him in time because he would have been straight to the hospital. He would have been a dead son of a bitch if they hadn't found him.
What happened to him?
They kicked the shit out of him.
I mean, did he live? Did he like...
Well, we punctured his lung, we busted his spleen, we broke his skull.
Why the fuck did you do that, man? Well, he had kidnapped
Because the guy had already done so much damage to me. I had already had my face beaten in by 2 meth heads at that point.
Holy shit, man.
So it was only out of a response that I did that.
So they just like, so they kind of like kidnapped you, beat you up, and like took your car and
Absolutely.
threw you in the back of your
Absolutely.
own car? So how did they have the one? So one guy was transporting you guys.
There was 3 guys.
But the two of you guys.
2 of them went down in one car, and then 1 of them went down with us. That was their biggest mistake.
So you were in the back. Were you in the?
We were
bed?
in 2 wide. We were in 3 wide. 1 of them was driving my truck down the mountain, and the guy was like, he was trying to compensate with us. He was saying, "Well, you know, I've been through some shit." I said, "You know, well, yeah." And these guys got down. There was another group campsite where people had been camping. And I said, "Well, there's people down here." And the guy said, "Oh, yeah." And the other guys stopped behind us. They were following us. There's 2 of them in that car. 3, me, Brett, and the other dude in my dad's car. And so I said, well, how about you let them go ahead and meet the guys that are going to help you get out of here? And man, you know what? I was just bitching at him. He had thrown beers in the back of my truck. I was like, man, you shouldn't have thrown all those empty beer cans in the back of my truck. Got on to him, you know?
Yeah.
And he didn't want to hear that shit, so he stopped. I was like, well, let me take a piss anyways, man, because I'm sick of hearing your shit. And you drive the truck all right, but yeah, you're throwing shit in here. So I was throwing all that stuff around at him, you know?
So is he like holding you hostage?
Hell yeah.
Are you in the passenger seat?
Oh yeah. So,
Did he have a knife?
oh yeah, he had an axe.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Fiskars axe, fiberglass.
I had an axe held on me at one point. 3 different people trying to beat the shit out of me. So, after Brett pinned him,
Beat him with a
I
tie.
said, Brett, hold him there! And I raced around because they had slashed my tire with the axe.
Yeah. The car you were driving?
So I had already had to change out my back tire. So I had a tire wrench in the back truck. So I hid it back there. I didn't put it up back where it goes. I hid it. So as soon as he gave me the signal, I opened up the door, picked up the tire iron, beat the living shit out of it, dude. Bashing him in the face, in the shins, in the ribs. Beat the shit out of it, dude. And we rode out after that, and we had about 6 hours police interrogation. And after all that shit happened, we got out of it scot-free. But it was a big ordeal, man. It was in the news.